This, to most people, looks like a normal BMW 3 Series coupe, specifically an E92 3 Series coupe. But you press this button, hold it, and the magic starts to happen. The windows go down, and then the roof starts going up. That's because this is not a BMW 3 Series coupe, but rather a BMW 3 Series convertible, specifically an E93. And there the roof is being stowed in the back. Here's the thing, what you just saw go down is a retractable hardtop. There are usually two types of roofs, that one and the soft top. The hardtops are not usually loved, and I'll explain why in this video. I'll also give you a general overview of the BMW 3 Series E93, the 3 Series convertible. Now this car in particular is a 325i, which has a 3-liter 218 horsepower, 217 Newton meters of torque, inline 6. And we'll talk about the driving experience in a while, because if that sounds like a lot to you, well, it's really not. Now the 3 Series convertible was introduced in 2007, and this car is a 2012 model, so it's almost the last model year. That means it's already had its facelift, that changes the taillights slightly, and the headlights. And I want to talk about the design of this car in particular, because the interior of these E90s and E92s and E93s, I think, is peak BMW. Now that may be only because I'm 27 and these are the cars I grew up with, but I think this is the perfect combination of an analog car with some digital technology. So you've got a main screen, the iDrive over there. This car in particular has added CarPlay to it, so you've got all the modern features, but you've still got buttons on the steering wheel, you've still got an analog dash, and you do get some technology goodies like automatic headlights and electric seats and dual zone climate control. It's not an 80s car for that matter. This car is a 6-speed manual. You do get the BMW driving experience. The feel on those gear shifters is spot on. If you've driven several BMWs, you'll realize they have the same feel throughout. I had a 1998 BMW 323 Ti, the BMW 3 Series Compact, and the gear feel was exactly the same. I still miss that car dearly. This video is probably the closest I'll get to dying while filming stuff on this channel. I'm currently visiting Argentina, where this car has been my daily driver for a few days. There's currently a dengue fever epidemic, which is something that mosquitoes transmit. There's no more insect repellent because that's run out. And I'm absolutely getting eaten alive by mosquitoes right now. So if I die, you'll know what caused it. Here's the thing about these convertible tops and why they're so universally unliked. By most people, they do have some fans. You see, most convertibles have a soft top. That is like the cloth, typical black or tan top that you see in most cars. Those are usually fairly simple tops. They are light, they are easy to stow, they are relatively compact. Moreover, they've been tried and tested for decades now. You take a convertible soft top to most people who can repair convertibles, and they'll have no problem with them. Retractable hardtops, well, that's a whole nother matter. You see, they weigh a lot more, they take a lot more space. Just take a look at the trunk of this car. Now that the roof is down, no space to store anything. Here's a back window. Over here are some of the other panels. It's harder to repair, it's more expensive, and it weighs more. And especially you got all that extra weight up here, which means the center of gravity of the car is much higher than in a soft top. Those are the drawbacks. Why are some people fans of these cars? Well, the good thing about these cars is the sound deadening. I drove a Mini Cooper S convertible in California a few weeks ago. And the thing about that car is that it always felt like you had left a window slightly down or a door was poorly closed. You never got like that bank vault feeling that you get in a normal car. With this car, you get the best of both worlds. With a top-up, like I'm here right now, I get essentially the same isolation that I would get in a 3 Series coupe. Essentially, not perfectly it, but very close to that. And with the top down, I get the convertible experience. And that's not a small factor because it means you can daily drive a convertible without having any major drawback. Another thing is that over the years, these tops have become a lot more reliable. Anyway, the thing is that you can drive one of these cars as a daily driver. You can do that with the soft top, but you get the drawbacks with the sound deadening, and over time they may leak. With these cars, it's a much cooler experience. And that's why BMW has stuck with the hardtop over the years, since they launched this 3 Series. The 4 Series that superseded these 3 Series also have a hardtop, and that's why people love them so much. And over the years, they've gotten a lot more reliable. They've gotten to improve on those designs, and it really makes all the difference. So should you really fear these hardtop convertibles? Well, the answer is not really. I mean, not as much as you had to in the past. You can look this up on Google if you don't believe me. But I know a person who had one of these new, right out of warranty, back maybe in 2011 or 2012. So maybe it was a 2007. And the hardtop broke. And the dealership quoted him about $25,000 or $26,000 to repair it properly. Now you can get these tops repaired for maybe $2,000 in the worst case scenario. It's not that bad anymore. And to be honest, you don't want to be driving fast or taking to a track a convertible. That's not the convertible experience. That's not why you get a convertible. It's to cruise around with your friends. You see, you can actually fit 4 adults comfortably here. They even got their own little air vent and a storage tray. It doesn't differ that much from the 3 Series Coupe, from a normal 325i E92. And anyone who's driven a convertible knows that it's a miserable experience above, say, 60 miles an hour, 100 kilometers an hour. These are cars to go slowly, to cruise around in a beautiful overcast day, not today where the sun is shining and, well, I'm burning my head off and getting eaten by mosquitoes. And the one thing that you do have to be worried about if you're driving around in a place where there are mosquitoes is every single time you stop at a stoplight, well, you're gonna get stung by one. Other than that, these are pretty cool cars. What's the driving experience like? I'll make this very short because this is a 325i and you didn't get it in most English-speaking markets. No one cares about the driving experience in a car that you didn't get. But the one good thing about this car is this, the engine sound. It's a BMW inline 6, you know that sound. And the second cool thing about this cars, and this applies to every single 3 Series convertible from this generation, is that the seating position, the steering feel, the suspension feel, all of that is perfect. That's something that BMW knows how to do perfectly well. Driving this car feels modernish. You've got Harman Kardon speakers, everything's still in its place, the interior looks perfectly fine, it has no wear. Admittedly, this car has like 30,000 miles, which is 50,000 kilometers, so it should be almost brand new. For a car whose design is going on 20 years now, that's a pretty cool feat. So yeah, by all means, go get a hardtop, but just keep a few grand in your pocket just in case. But that's only if you can afford just one car. If you need to get the best of both worlds. If you can get 2 cars, well then a soft top is probably going to be better. It's going to be cheaper, it's going to be easier, it's going to be lighter, and you're still going to be able to carry stuff around in the back. Well, what do you say? Would you get one of these cars? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on this channel. See you in the next video.